We got back on the road after eating and immediately went up the biggest mountain, and it's snowing now. We're all packed up. Carlos is getting some water. This is what it looks like. It is literally full to the brim. We are in Delano, California. We're not very far from LA, probably 2.5 hours, but we just wanted to get out of LA. We left at 10:45 last night, and now we're heading to Eureka, which is about, I think, an 8-hour drive. So this whole trip is just gonna be driving, so I need to get used to it. Good morning, everyone. We are in the beautiful Holiday Inn Express in Eureka, California. Oh my God. We came from Delano, California, just outside of LA, and it was supposed to take us 10 hours to get here. I think it ended up being 12. So yesterday's drive was brutal. Yeah, that drive was just so brutal. I'm glad we're staying here 2 nights. Today we're going to the Redwood Forests. I'm so excited. I've always wanted to go ever since I've lived in California. Yeah, we're gonna explore. I have a few things marked. We're gonna do a few light trails. I don't think there's anything difficult around there. Also, I'll show you the hotel, but it's nothing to write home about. We have 2 beds and a ton of shit. Yeah, just a Holiday Inn Express.
There's nothing else to eat.
I lost another battle with the frizz war. That last place, there was a waterfall, so my hair got super frizzy. I think this is the last stop that we're taking, the big tree. As y'all know, I love forests, being in nature and just being secluded. This is definitely making me really happy. Oh my gosh, those are like, I'm basically in awe of everything. You can't even comprehend how big this is, but it's like blowing my mind. This has been such a dream of mine to come here, and I'm so glad we got to make it. This sort of looks like one of the monsters from Stranger Things. Wow, this is huge. Yeah. We got back on the road after eating and immediately went up the biggest mountain, and it's snowing now. So we just got to our hotel in Wyoming, and I wanted to show you this really cool feature that they have with their TV. They have where you can actually like use the remote on your phone instead of having to like touch the nasty remote that everyone else touches. This is like the coolest feature I've ever seen. Good morning, everyone. It is December 10th, 9th? December 9th, I think. And we are now in Indiana at Carlos's childhood home. We got here a few days ago and we're just settling in now. We have about a month until we leave for Japan. We're super excited, super anxious. I'm studying as much as possible for the language, but it is just something that I think is going to take years to understand, but nevertheless, super excited. I might do a couple more vlogs before we actually go to Japan, so stay tuned for those things coming up. I don't know how to end this. I'm going to go down, have breakfast, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.